we are reliving the 2007 Daytona 500. If you remember back here almost 20 years ago at this point, the iconic finish between Kevin Harvick and Mark Martin coming down to the wire as they crash in the background with Clint Bowyer ending up on his roof, up on his wheels across the start-finish line, and what was a finish that many remember in the NASCAR Cup Series to this very day here now. But today we're bringing it to iRacing with the AI, checking it out for ourselves. We're doing 40 laps here from Daytona, of course, Daytona week. Very excited for the upcoming Daytona 500, and I kind of want to do some videos, of course, based around the Great American Race here for this upcoming weekend now. And we are going to kick it off with this 2007, reliving of this Daytona 500. Now, as we start in the back as the number 24, Jeff Gordon, of course, got to race as my all-time favorite driver here, and we are on the bumpy version of Daytona. We're not on the new version of Daytona. It is the old classic bumpy before the repave, where it's very challenging to drive around this circuit. And, we're running the Gen 4 spec of this car, so it is, of course, a high horsepower, and you got to be careful with the AI here. So they'll be running 3 lanes at times. They get really close and clumped up together. They kind of run into each other, so it creates these unexpected checkups. So for that reason, I have enabled one fast repair that we can use throughout this race, and all the AI as well get one fast repair. Speaking of checkups, you saw one right there on the exit of turn 2. It allowed me to go 3 wide around the outside, and I eventually would get in line behind the 31 of Jeff Burton, with Dale Jarrett just behind myself as well, as we continue to move our way forward. Passing, it is a bit difficult here now. You really just have to try and pick and choose where you're going to go very wisely here, and a lot of the time the cars are going to be passing is due to checkups or cars that go 3 wide on the outside. Now, as I get down in front of Tony Stewart, it kind of cut him off there as we're now checking up again here on the exit of the tri-oval. So one of these checkups at some point in this race will definitely catch me off guard and get me into some form of trouble. Here's Tony Stewart actually passing me back around the outside, as you can see now coming to the end of lap 5 at this point. Lap 6, Dave Blaney there in that number 22 Caterpillar machine just in front of us. You got Stewart lined up on the inside with, at the time, rookie Clint Bowyer, as we continue to move our way forwards now towards the top 30. Juan Pablo Montoya actually just behind myself as we had moved into the top 25, and we're right behind the 09 and the 01. Of course, that 01 prominent in this real life race, Mark Martin right there, the one that lost out by a quarter of a car length to Kevin Harvick coming to the start finish line, which would have been great to see Martin win that race. Now there's a car way up there on the outside, and that's causing a bit of a checkup here in the middle, and oh my goodness, the inside, a bit of a stack up there. Martin and myself nearly made contact. Burton slow, that allows me to kind of jump down in front of him and settle in for a brief period of time, as I have a bit of a moment actually exiting the tri-oval here. So closing in the next lap to the back of the 99 as we nearly get into the left rear of the 31. There's a big checkup. Yep, we knew it was coming, and it came a lot earlier than I had hoped. Lap 9, we're going to have to take a fast repair because that just destroyed the car. The question is, what happened? And the answer was Matt Kenseth got at it with somebody here, and you're going to see a replay. It's actually with Ricky Rudd. These two come together. Kenseth comes down the circuit, and, well, yeah, it causes that big stack up that I just wasn't ready for. Edwards is in a Jeff Gordon sandwich there. He's got Gordon in front of him, myself in the Gordon car just behind. So we come in, throw 4 tires, fuel, and fast repair the car. So we have no fast repairs for the final 30 laps of this race. Single file restarts, although the AI don't like to follow that, perfectly. They like to go out of line, although at least they don't pass each other or get alongside one another. But yeah, single file restarts from the back. We have no drafting help from behind, which means that we need to put together a really good restart, and fortunately we would actually get a good restart here right on the back of Reagan, but I decide to jump up to the outside here now and continue my way forward. JJ Yaley just in front of myself here now, but we would get caught up behind a damaged number 8 Dale Jr. So Jr. got caught up in that one caution there and picked up some damage and never determined to come in and fix that damage. So we continue on here, moving our way forward, and you can see a little bit of separation in the pack. Now there is, I think, a few cars actually on track that do have a little bit of damage. I mean, we know the 99, his rear bumper is damaged, and maybe the underbody of the car as well, and actually the 44 of Jarrett with a little bit of damage as well. We breeze past him, and we continue moving our way forward back towards the top 30. And honestly, I was a little bit reluctant to be absolutely flying because I'm afraid that we're going to get caught up in another stack-up effect and damage the car to a point of no return, and then we're out of the race early. So we do got to be quite careful from this point on here. Now, as we had run down this group of cars right here that's a little bit disconnected from the main group, and you got me working with the 20 of Stuart Edwards there on the inside. He's got damage on the front end as well from when he hit the back of the other 24 car of Jeff Gordon, so we'll pass him, and yeah, you can see there's just a big lack of pace there, but the two packs would eventually get combined because of things like this. Stack-ups causing it now, and that's going to bring the cars behind us into the mix. I was pretty reserved right there. I mean, I am actively ready on that brake pedal at all times here, racing around these AI on the bumpy Daytona, and we have to be ready for it. And you can see we're still stacking up here through the tri-oval. What is going on here? Now, this is going to create some big separation now for sure between that pack up ahead and this pack, but it would get worse. We got two slow cars on the exit of turn 2. One's Gordon. Can't tell who the other one is. Maybe Casey Kane. No caution, but I mean, there's a slow car in front of everybody. I throw the caution myself. It is the 9 car of Casey Kane. We'll take a look at what exactly happened there, and it was actually, I think, Matt Kenseth again. Contact with Kyle Busch, and Kane nowhere to go on the outside, gets just absolutely pancaked into the wall. Gordon was slow because he was just trying to not hit the back of the 9 car, and that of course led to this slow 9 in front of everybody as he tries to get out of the way. So the caution would be out for a second time. We're going to go green about halfway through this race. 21 laps to go. Now you might be wondering, why aren't we racing under the lights, kind of like how the real race finished? So I tried that, but for some reason the lights didn't come on. Oh my goodness. At 12, Ryan Newman just stomped on the brakes because Casey Kane was re-entering the circuit. I don't know how we didn't just die there. Take out the 12, take out myself. I'm not complaining. We get to continue on and live at least another lap here now, but obviously more separation. These AI are crazy around here now, but I was trying to get the draft from the 12 of Ryan Newman here as we continue on through 3 and 4, and eventually as we come to these final 18 laps, we would catch the 12, but on top of that we would catch the main pack. Everybody here together once again now as we're to the back of the 12, but with 18 to go, we haven't really made a lot of headway. We're not even in the top 20 yet, so the aggression, it's time to start going here a little bit here. So I decided to get a little bit aggressive, go for these 3 wide moves in the background. Did you just see that in the mirror? I didn't catch that live, and I didn't catch that in editing, but I caught it now. That was a big moment there. That probably would have been a caution if I had seen it, but I don't know. But look at this absolute mess. More problems here. There's a Coors Light machine. Is that, I believe, Jamie McMurray on the outside? I'm pretty sure he drove that car at this point in time in the Cup Series, but that's a big moment. But we stay green, however, this time. So, I mean, we continue on. Kyle Petty here in front of us. We would get to the inside of him on the exit of turn 2. We've been staring at the back of this 12 car quite a bit here in this last, few minutes now, but we'll jump to the outside. We're going to make a 3 wide there, barely clear of Petty. Jump to the outside of the 38 of Sadler. Thank you very much. Now we'll go past him. We'll pass Kyle Busch as well. And now, I mean, we got to be in the top 20. Yes, we are. Up at a P18, and we continue to just kind of march our way forward here on the inside. Honestly, I have no idea who drove the 70 car in this year of 2007. Into the back of Tony Stewart. They're kind of checking up a little bit again in front of us. There's some contact up there. It looks like, oh, we got a crash. And around goes Joe Nemechek right in front of us, so you don't get much closer than that. You can see my reaction there. Goodness gracious, caution is out. Wow, that is going to set us up with a restart with close to 10 laps to go. Let's take a look at the replay. This time it's Nemechek contact with Gordon into Montoya, and then the 7 of Robbie Gordon, nowhere to go, and the caution flies here late in this race, which is going to leave us 11 laps of racing to go. We get back underway here once again. Will this be green to the end? As you can see, Boyer going to jump up a little bit high. Kyle Busch to my right rear. Ryan Newman going to follow through, get to my rear bumper. Now I actually always loved that shade of blue on that number 12 back in the day. Now, of course, by the time I actually started watching NASCAR, it was the same year that Ryan Newman had jumped from Penske over to Stewart-Haas Racing, actually. So I never got to see that number 12 car really in action, other than, the few races I would watch here and there from 2007, 2008, but I didn't actually get invested in a NASCAR as a kid until 2009. So, that 12 car, though, always looks great looking looking back at it, of course, Ryan Newman would win the 2008 Daytona 500 with help from his teammate of Kurt Busch at the time. Will he win this one virtually, or will Kevin Harvick maybe, do it in real life and do it virtually as well? We'll have to wait and see. 10 laps to go in this race. Newman had gotten past this Montoya. He's got some damage on the left side. A rookie, of course, in the Cup Series at this time. Juan Pablo Montoya he would get a win this season at Sonoma Raceway, and of course only get one more win in his Cup Series career, 2010 if I remember correctly, from Watkins Glen. But we continue on 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Some cars behind us have gotten separated, so there's not a lot of cars in this main pack. I mean, there's over 20 cars, but we run P17. Harvick leading the way with 8 to go, but we're not seeing any 3 wide yet, so it's not, creating any big checkups. There's a little bit of 3 wide now. Casey Mears, he's going to jump up to the outside, and then he's got, who is that? Clint Boyer up there potentially as well. Yeah, it is Boyer that's jumped up there with him. So we're getting a little bit more of that 3 wide action in these closing laps. 7 laps to go. Now is that Scott Riggs, I believe, in the number 10 up on the outside. I know Patrick Carpentier had a stint in that 10 car as well, so it could be him. I'm not 100%, fully remembering the roster back from 2007. And on the inside, there's Jeff Burton trying to move his way back forward. Montoya just planted in the middle. I jumped down in front of Mark Martin. Montoya's going to jump down as well. That one caught me off guard. I thought I was about to wreck him. So we continue behind. Newman gets past us. Here comes Tony Stewart in the 20 Home Depot Chevrolet as well on the outside now. So we can't quite enter the top 10. Montoya again shuts the door down the back straight away. I'm tired of being behind him already. So I jump up to the outside in oval 3 and 4 now. Coming to 5 laps to go. Kurt Busch just behind in that number 2 down this front straightaway. Burton's going to jump up to the middle lane as well. We got more 3 wide racing here in these closing laps. The aggression building up. Shot to the back of the 31 is so easy to unsettle a car in these Gen 4 cars or in the ARCA car as well. Checking up on the inside, that's Mike Wallace in the 09 as we're to the back of the number 12 of Ryan Newman. Coming to 4 laps to go here. Kurt Busch, he's going to jump to my inside. Burton with a teammate on the outside of Clint Boyer and Casey Mears as well. Oh my goodness, I thought they were about to have a crash right there, but they're okay. We're going to jump back down though to the inside briefly and see if we can do anything now, but I wasn't really going anywhere. We'll jump back up to the middle. Actually, contact on the back of the 20. That really could have gone wrong very, very quickly there as we're going across his nose, or across his rear end, I should say now, but we were able to escape a potential incident there now as we exit turn 4, coming to 3 laps to go in this Daytona 500 into turn 1, continuing to use this middle lane. The outside just doesn't have anything. The 25 of Mears, Boyer, they're the only 2 right now on the outside again, as a couple of cars have bailed on them, including Burton, who's now behind me as we go 3 wide in the middle down this back straightaway. Harvick leads the inside line, but they're going backwards. 2 laps to go in Daytona. A checkup from the 12. A huge moment. We both save it. Oh my goodness. That's going to absolutely destroy our momentum. However, and now it's basically we got to be full beans and just send her at this point and try to get our way forward now. Harvick leads the way as we exit turn 2 down this backstretch. Hamlin, the rookie, as well on the inside now. Kurt Busch going forward side by side with his number 12 Penske Racing teammate in that Dodge Charger as we go through into 3 and 4, coming to the final lap of this race, and now it is full send ahead. Here's the opportunity. We'll jump 3 wide to the outside, and look at the momentum steamrolling to the outside of Clint Boyer now as we are 3 wide on the exit of 4. White flag is in the air through the travel. Contact with the 07. We're fine. We make it to the white now. Next flag ends the race, and the only flag that can come out is the checkered. Now we will be racing back to the line. Harvick leads as we go down into turn number 1. Still 3 wide on the outside, nearly into the outside wall. Can't make the progress I need. We dive back in line behind that Jack Daniels Chevrolet as we exit turn 2. We'll peek back out to the outside. Got to find something. We're not going to win this race without going 3 wide to the outside. We jump to the 3rd lane again. Busch tries to cover. I say no way. We jump around the outside. Contact into 3. Sideways. Save it. Harvick leads. We're to the back of the 25. Contact with him. That was all on me. I was just trying to give him a shove in the corner, which was really stupid, and that ruins the momentum. Kevin Harvick out of turn 4 is going to repeat in real life history and do it on the virtual track. He will win the 2007 virtual Daytona 500. We crossed the stripe here to have a, decent finish. It was P10. That's where we ended up here. Harvick wins. That's the 2007 virtual Daytona 500. If you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.